Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Just doing a daily recap of what happened in the markets today. Before I get started, definitely please like and subscribe. I appreciate the support. So let's get started with the market. So we had a sell-off today. But nothing too bad. Nothing too bad today. I mean, we had the S&P 500 basically down 2.5%. We had the Dow down 600 points, 2%. Nasdaq was down 355 points, a little bit over 2.5. And then we also had the Russell that was basically down 2% as well. So again, nothing major. There was a lot of panic on CNBC, all these other channels, like, oh my gosh, is this the big crash? Oh my gosh, should we sell everything? Let's jump out of a window together. Like, batshit crazy thing. No. A 2% drop in the grand scheme of things is nothing. I mean, stocks have been going up like crazy. So the first multiple down days, everybody's in a mad fucking panic. So don't panic. In my opinion, stocks are still going to go up. I mean, there's just so much liquidity in the system, it's not even funny. We also had Jerome Powell today basically reiterate they're going to maintain their asset purchases for the eye to see for a long time. The rate decision was rates stayed the same at 0, so nothing surprising there. So with that said, and that's the backdrop of the environment, stocks are going to go up. So I wouldn't panic. If there's any massive sell-off, I will be in there buying that dip. So that's definitely something to think about. Again, my opinion. Do your own due diligence as well. But this 2% drop, or even if the market drops 5-10% tomorrow, great. I'll be buying that dip too. So that's how I look at it. As long as there's a easy money policy, fiscal stimulus out of the wazoo, I mean, basically there's money everywhere. So with that in mind, the markets are going to be flush with cash. Stocks are going to go up. So this isn't the big drop. When the big drop happens, or prior to the big drop, I'll definitely come out with a video and say, hey, this is it, fellas. But this isn't it. So let's go ahead and also look at what the bond market did. Let's see. The bond yields. So bond yields was lower today. I think yesterday was at 1.04 and it was at 1.01. It actually fell below 1% today at a certain point and then came back up. I mean, right now, again, there's a lot of fear in the market. I mean, people are getting scared, like, oh my gosh, is this the big drop or whatever? So people are piling into bonds. I expect these bond yields to go back up. How high are they going to go back up? Don't know, but they're going to go up. So yeah, so not too much drama in the bond market, but we'll keep an eye on that. I mean, if that 10-year yield drops below 1 and keeps going lower, that's going to be a signal for the stock market that, hey, this whole talk about inflation or massive growth, it's probably not happening. So, but we'll see. And so let's go over here to cryptocurrencies. Again, cryptocurrencies have been in a range. I mean, Bitcoin sold off heavy today. At one point it was below 30K, but now it's around 30K. So, I mean, Bitcoin has been hovering around 30 and 33,000, 34,000 pretty much for the past week or so. So, I mean, most of the coins have been consolidating, so not much really to show. So, but, so let's talk about, we basically talked about the Fed. So the Fed decision, basically rates stayed the same, asset purchases stayed the same. And, that was pretty much it with the Fed. No major announcements. Now, oh, another hilarious thing we saw folks on CNBC and all these other financial markets. We saw all these like regulators come out and everybody's crying like, oh my gosh, the Robin Hooders and the millennials, how dare they try to run up a stock, and how dare you make our beloved hedge funds lose money. You know, everybody, no one's shedding a tear because some stupid hedge fund decides to go short a stock that's already shorted at over 140%. Like, you're an idiot for doing that. So, yeah, if you're going to go make stupid bets like that, you deserve to lose. So, I don't know why CNBC and everybody's crying. They're pretty much crying because, again, the little guy finally won one. So, usually the hedge funds are screwing over the little guy. Now the little guy is like, no, we're going to screw over the hedge funds. And I'm loving every bit of it. I even jumped in on that action today. I jumped in, bought some AMC calls, because I was like, you know what? YOLO and stick it to the man. So I enjoyed every bit of it, made some money, so life is good. And then, let's see what else happened today. Oh yeah, we had the big earnings from Tesla, Apple, and Facebook. So we're gonna start with Tesla. So Tesla, they beat on the top line, but the bottom line, I think they missed. So the stock sold off, but I mean, it rallied off the lows. So I mean, nothing major. I mean, Tesla being down 4 or 5% is like nothing. I mean, Tesla can be up 5% tomorrow, and people would have just forgot they had earnings. So nothing major out of Tesla. We didn't see like the massive, 10-20% drop or anything like that. So, I mean, if Tesla's still below the lows or goes lower tomorrow, if it cracks under 800, oh yeah, I'll be buying that dip. Absolutely. Because Tesla is one of those momentum plays that is going to rally back. So now let's move to Facebook. And Facebook had pretty decent earnings, but yeah, I mean, it sold off. Again, a lot of these stocks have not been getting the big upside pop on the beating earnings. So, I mean, Facebook had another decent earnings quarter, but no surprise here. It sold off a little bit, but it'll probably rally back in the morning. There'll probably likely be some analyst upgrade or something of that sort, and it will rally back. And then the next one is Apple, and of course, Apple beat on the top line and the bottom line. Had a great earnings, but the stock still sold off. I mean, in the after hours, it's trading around 137. So again, I mean, Apple, no surprise here. They were slated to have pretty good earnings, and I think everybody pretty much expected that and was already baked into it. So the stock really didn't rally much because people already bought in prior to it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I mean, the earnings was not that exciting. Overall, I was not that entertained. I wanted to see a 10%, 15% correction, but on one of these stocks, but 5% will have to do, maybe 5%, but we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And just to touch back on AMD's earnings. So yeah, I mean, AMD had pretty okay earnings, but the stock has fallen off a cliff. So it's down. It was down like 6% today. That's one stock that I would probably want to get into, because if the semiconductors get flowing again and you see semiconductors start rallying, AMD is going to rally with them. So this 6% correction, or I wouldn't say correction, but this 6% drop could be a buying opportunity. So, I mean, I'll watch the stock as it opens tomorrow. If it drops further, then I'll definitely buy in. But if it starts rallying, It is what it is. But if you're a believer in the semiconductor space, yeah, then definitely go and swoop up AMD. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. So make sure you definitely like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.